from Williams Pinball. Stephen would like to get for me to get him a Segway. What do you think?
Better get it. Or else.
Or else? Or else? Is it on there?
Yes, you'll find out when you're editing.
It is! You know, Stephen, I just might tune you up for that.
Good luck with that.
You know, I may have Paul do it over here.
Good luck with
Paul? Tune that boy up.
He's already injured.
Thank you. That was a good response. Look what Stephen's been working on. Actually, the first person working on this was Jason. This is an overhaul of a Stellar Wars. We actually sold 15 of these over the years, but this specific one's an overhaul. Customer came to us, I hate to say it, Christmas time, and brought this to us. We were so busy we couldn't get to it. So he said, don't worry, no big rush. They had this in the family for years and years and years and years. It was not a pretty sight. As a matter of fact, I think we should right now go back and show you what we found. He blew out the transformer. He didn't do it. There was shorts on the board and the wiring. And then you'll also see us working on this. So let's fade out to that now. Gotta show you, we're working on the Stellar Wars here, an overhaul. Customer said the transformer smoked. And boy, did it. It absolutely fried. Unbelievable. These connections in here. We're not sure where the dead short was, but boy, it shorted. So we took all this out. It's actually going to get recycled. And we took a whole transformer assembly out of a Gorgar, a junk Gorgar that we had, so we get the customer running again. We have one new bridge in here too. We had to add fuses that were not there before. The problem, we think, is the soundboard cable shorted and blew up the transformer because there were never fuses in it. But Gorgar, they did. You see, they added the fuses right between the transformer and the rest of it. In case there's a dead short, they will blow. So we think we've solved the problem. So far, so good. The new transformer's running good, and we got the game actually powered up. So we're rebuilding the power supply now for our customer. See, Jason takes everything off the playfield. This is where he likes to start on them. We took everything off and got this polished up. Stephen still has to do his handiwork. You can see all this wear in there. Boy, Jason, this Stellar Wars is sure coming along. Now, show us what you're doing up top here. I noticed that this side is real bright.
Yeah.
And that's because?
There's a high-intensity green that they put under there, that I put under there. But on this
That wasn't there originally.
No, that was there. They did that for some reason over there, but they never lit up this side.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do is behind there's an actual hole that they drilled for God knows what reason. So I have no idea what they were going to put there, but I'm going to shine a high intensity up through here.
Oh, yeah, big hole.
So this side matches, that side.
Good idea. And how about down below?
And then you can see the metal that they put there, which is a great idea for the ball guides, but they never lit underneath of them.
And you've already drilled 2 holes.
Yep, 2 holes on each side. I'm going to run the red ones here, so that way it'll give the bottom the red. And then up here, where you have all the blue, you got your white over here for your drop targets, but there's nothing here. So I already drilled the hole behind, and I'll feed up a white high intensity to light up that plastic.
Good, and we'll see that soon. And I see you already disassembled all the drop targets underneath.
Well, they got to be done, all of them. And we got brand new targets, so it'll look beautiful again.
You're too close.
I had 2 weeks. This boy has left me for 2 weeks. And
Went
now
too
he's
fast.
back.
What was more painful, the screws in your leg or coming back?
Coming back.
You love doing this. Do you understand? We bring this stuff back to life.
What's this we shit? We aren't doing anything.
We Frenchmen.
And now we're back. And look at it. High intensity LEDs throughout the playfield. Jason was very liberal, as you saw in the video. What he did, look. See how nice this lights up now? Isn't that nice? Look, he did white and red here. We have all LEDs under the field that are lighting up, so the field's extra bright. And he put these blues in. He couldn't resist. He had to put the blues in there. And I thought that was a really good idea. Game is just terrific. Look, new stickers on all the drop targets. This is a chore. Taking apart these targets and putting the cleaning all the rods. I think that's a good opportunity to show you. Here, let's take a peek inside. And the customer had his original cash pan in here. We washed it up for him. Dropping out these fields is just a mess. Oh, look, 289s. We couldn't put LEDs in here. They wouldn't work because they're running them in series here. See, Williams ran, the first game to use flash lamps was Flash. That's right. I think Stellar Wars could have been the second one. I'll have to bone up on my research there. But these... See, I expected something rude from them. That's why I used that word. I like that word. Boys, I want you to bone up on this.
Go research it.
Okay. Anyway, we took all these drop target banks apart and cleaned the horseshoe crabs. I call them the crabs because they're actually like little horseshoes. But
They look like horseshoes and you feel like a crab after you're done.
I don't know about crabs.
Todd doesn't know anything about taking these apart or cleaning them unless it's part of YouTube.
Listen, Bright Eyes. I've done enough of this over the years. I can do anything you can do, but better.
Grab a paintbrush.
What was that? I saw that, young man. It did explode. I think that solder pencil has bitten the dust. That would have been neat to have gone over and captured. Actually, come over real quick. We'll take a quick break. Wallace is working on a Crapcom bowling, and this particular machine, you know, this is the old Sega cabinet. It probably had Moon Cresta or could have been Carnival. I wonder if there's still a sticker on it. They might have told us what it was. But he's taken the whole door off. Look at the size of that door. Hold the door off so he can clean it, get it rebuilt, and put it back together again. So we are working on that. Look, a virtual racing. Let's get back to this one. Are you going to blow up another solder pencil, young man?
Try to.
Anyway, it is quite a project. The best way to do this is to turn the playfield over and then to take the drop target banks out and take everything apart and clean it and scrub it and change all the sleeves. This way these move nice and freely again, just like they did when it was new. N-E-W, or N-U-E, if you like to spell it that way. Look at this giant control panel. God, huge. I think there's only, let's see, Laser Ball and Algar. Frank, was it just those three? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking I missed one. The super wide. I call these the super wide. 1979 is when the game came out. Gorgeous colors in the back glass, courtesy of the LEDs. We use some super brights. Actually, he put mostly super brights. There's one color changer right here. So that's right here over the explosion. So that changes colors. Very sharp. As you can see, we're using regular lighting. Only place we have 44s in the game is there. In the back here, Chris took everything apart. He took the logic board out, cleaned. These are the original boards from the customer, and he was able to clean. Some of the acid had actually gotten in here and started to drip. The good news is we caught it early. So he was able to get this changed here and get this all cleaned up with a lithium battery. We take the chips out of the sockets and clean them and burnish them and put them back in. There's a rule: if the chip stays in nice and snug, the socket's okay. You don't have to change it. But if the chip is easy to pull in and out, you got to change the socket. Burnished all these connectors here, and you'll notice we do not have screws here or here. You never put those screws in. This allows you to have this little gap in between the two boards. That was actually a service bullet. Don't put the screws in the top. Keep it away. Always remember to put your ground strap, your cable from in the bottom to here too. It helps keep the sound, background sounds at a minimum, the static sounds. Capacitors are changed here, and you also have to change these two resistors with a heavier one. Then your high voltage is stable, and your board gets nice, stable, quality voltage again. That's what we changed. We harvested one out of a Gorgar head. I think I see that in the video. I don't remember now. But so we changed that. We have a new bridge in there, and then we added the fuses. So that will never happen again. The fuses will blow before that goes.
Kurt?
Where is that boy? I think he's out on service. Service with a smile. Oh gosh. Frank, what else do we need to cover? Oh, you can't see them, but underneath here we have the washers to protect the plastics so they won't damage anymore. You need it here too because to bang into that plastic, it really helps it out. Actually, I think we got everything on it. The customer's coming down on Saturday to pick it up. Okay, before we start, I want to show you something. This is important. I always write this right here because everybody forgets. This is the sound setting, and I write it in marker here so people know what to do. You set number 35 to 31. Now, I'll tell you what that means. In this game, this has something called a sweeping sound. Watch, I'll start a game, and listen. You hear that? Okay. That is programmed into the game by Williams. And Williams designed the game to have the sweeping sound as you play it. And as you hit targets, knock them down, it gets faster and faster. You hear that? Now, if you lose your batteries go dead, which they do often, the sweeping sound is gone. There's no sweeping sound. Now, to set it, you're auto up and advance. It takes you right into the test, the 0400. You just flip your manual down once, you press the button. Now you're in the 35 setting. This is the sound setting. And it's set on 31, which is what Williams suggests. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun? Let's lower it. Let's put it down to 15. Now, to get out of the test, you just turn it off and on. Now I'll hear the difference. A different sound. Definitely more annoying. You can experiment. All those different numbers do different things. Higher pitch, different pitch, whatever. But anyway, now you've learned something new. I'm going to put it back to 31. The customer can play with it himself.
32.
See, I had to flip it back. When I said the customer will play it for itself, Frank, I expected you to react as like, oh, it's a funny, and pan the camera back, and I was going to give you my, but you didn't. You missed a
The
golden...
cameraman has a message for you. Edit that out.
Well, I don't have to because, fortunately, you don't have to see it. Anyway, isn't this nice when the game is advertising? You get that nice flash in the center. A lot of people we actually have a deposit on one of these. Somebody wants the next one we can find, but of course you'll see the video and say, how come I didn't get this? This is the overhaul. Oh, there's one other thing I want to show you. The customer had the original manual in this lovely envelope. However, we put his manual, we're gracing him with a new one. So, oh, I can hear people screaming, oh, it's original, you should keep it with it. Just the same way you keep the original motor oil from your car. You never throw that away. And you keep the original tires. You keep them in the garage. You never throw them away because the new owner may want the original motor oil and tires. How many nasty emails is that going to generate? Oh. Anyway. Now we're scanning for Stellar Wars. All around the playfield, there's different ways to spell it. That's the S. This is the T. That's nothing. Nothing. But E-E-L-L, see? R. And then Wars is over here. W-A-R-S. See? Isn't that nice? Look at that. Now, we're up to 2 times when you spell Wars. And of course your rollovers. What's dearly and sorely missed is lane change. But no, Williams didn't have lane change until when, Frank? Firepower. No lane change. We really miss lane change. But there's some really nice shots. I noticed, Frank, there's no ball in the machine.
Well, it fell out when you lifted up the play field.
How am I supposed to show these people how to... Oh, my back. Oh. I don't think there was a ball in it, Frank. Let me go over here. Let me go over here to my ball division.
Only thing in your mouth?
Oh! You need a steel ball to play this game. I could have robbed the one out of there. There's actually one. Okay, now look at that. Right down the toilet. So I went too far. It's got lots of good action. Oh, you know what? We rebuilt the flippers, as you already saw, with plungers, links, and the stroke switches to work. So they're going to be as strong as they possibly can be. Now I can already hear you all saying, oh my gosh, that sound is annoying. It's not going to play as fast as it can because it's flat. I'd say it's a pretty nice choice. I always wondered why they didn't have a gate here. But the idea is it's a skill shot. Anyway. Frank, the pinball show's tomorrow. Yes, the big Allentown show. And we have to get to bed. I've got to get to bed. It's just too much. We have to stop at the diner first. Yes. Diner. You know what tonight is? Thursday night is always some kind of chicken noodle, but it's also split pea soup night. Yes, good. Anyway, it's done, but guess what? We have another rare one. Where did it came in? Where is it? A demo man came in for it. Where is that pinball? I know they unloaded it. Oh, look, we're going to do this one too. Whole video. They don't have, it's not here. Boys, where is Black Sheep Squadron?
In the dumpster?
Where
it belongs?
I've got, it's such a rare game. We just got to trade it in. Black, wait a minute. It's Astro's one and only game, Black Sheep Squadron. Where is it? They said they unloaded it.
Oh, there's glasses in here. I don't know where the game is.
Get me the glass real quick. Oh look, this Pac-Man, Steven finished it. You saw it in an earlier video. He did most of it. No, he still has some work to do. He did all the yellow. Do you remember how awful that was? What video was that in, Frank? Look, Last Action Hero. Boy, was this awful. We are combining two to make one. This only has a little bit of wear here, but boy, this playfield here was just awful. So, somebody actually repainted it, and it didn't look too bad down here. It was okay, but this is junk now. That'll be our parts machine for any more later. Hey, you know, that's a great thing. If you have one game of everything, you have a ton of parts you can use down the road.
Black Sheep Squadron.
Aha, look. Astro's new smash hit. Black Sheep Squadron.
Looks like a 5-year-old did the artwork.
Ah! Somebody spent hours on that. How dare you?
2 hours.
I see Robert Conrad's picture on there.
But.
There's boobies in there at least. That's
There's
good.
boobies?
That's good. Boobs.
People would go nuts to have that framed on the wall. Look, he's smoking. Oh.
Happy boring thing.
From the Astro Company. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think our customer is going to love his Fellow Wars? Until he gets the bill. Good night. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay